We tapping in, we getting right to it. Like I told y'all, I will continue to give my opinions on certain things. I'm loving the feedback. I'm loving all the love that I'm getting on the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all leave a comment, hype the videos up, do all the little stuff that we need to do to continue to grow this channel. You guys are motivating me to really give my opinion and insight on things. This it's been a hot topic for the last maybe 2 weeks. And I honestly think it's a topic that can really be addressed now because there have been enough music made, not just like hype and like built around it from like people talking and blogs and stuff. But I think now like the spitters are talking about it. I think it's a very hot topic, as well as the fact that it's not just a hip hop issue, but I think it's also related into the whole battle rap culture, the competitiveness, just the spirit of competition in general. So I do want to give my opinion on this 38 Spesh, Jadakiss, Jim Jones. I'm not going to call it a beef. I call it more of like a discrepancy. It's spilling out where everyone's got an opinion, from Fat Joe to Fabulous, Dave East. Everybody's commenting on it. You know, a lot of people from Rochester, New York, a lot of people from the whole Griselda camp, BSF. And I feel like I have a very good inside track on the state of both camps because I'm very familiar with both camps. I have a relationship with Jadakiss. The New York Knicks ad that I just did last month, Kiss was there. Kiss is a part of that ad. Kiss has always shown love to the battle rap culture. And myself personally, he's always shown me love via social media. He hosted a couple of my battles. I've seen him in clubs. I've seen him outside the state in different places, at certain venues, at certain shows. I've been in the studio with Jadakiss. And it's always been love and it's always been admiration for what we do as battle rappers. Kiss is goated, top 5 dead or alive. We all know this. And the fact that he's humble enough to still give love to the battle rap community and actually, you know, like salute us, it just shows the type of individual he is. So for him to be in this, I don't know what you call it, situation is kind of dope to me. Like, I don't think it hurts him at all. Now, as far as 38 Spesh, I have a great relationship with 38 Spesh. He was on my last album, the Filthy Karma album. I've opened up for Spesh. Spesh has given me opportunities. Anything that I've ever asked of him, he's done. I asked him if I could get on tour with him. He opened that door for opportunity in the past. I asked him for a verse, no problem. I've been to the man's house. I actually recorded the song with him in his crib, you know? So I honestly feel like the way 38 Spesh moves is the way a lot of artists should move, especially independently. Like, he's outside, he does what he has to do, and he respects the grind to the point where if he sees you grinding, he has no problem teaching you little things, giving you game, when a lot of people gatekeep in this industry. So I feel like both these individuals are solid individuals. The Jim Jones aspect of it is where it started getting tricky. And then you just start seeing a whole bunch of people from upstate New York making diss records, as far as you start seeing people from Kiss's camp, from Nino Man, and you know, you start seeing that everyone's jumping, and I ain't saying jumping out the window, but everyone's jumping to each other's defense. And it's all for the love of hip hop. That's the one thing I want to address, that I hope it's all for the love of hip hop, and I hope it doesn't spell out into anything else, first and foremost. Because I think both these people, Kiss and Spesh, and even for the most part, Jim Jones, I don't think any of these guys are like motivated to have anything spill out in the streets at this point of their careers, at this point at their age in life. Like, who cares? You know, this is hip hop. We could be competitive. We could be spitters. And the actual conversation on it being about spitters is what's dope to me. We complain all the time about the industry being industry and everything being commercial. So for a hot topic to be about spitting and bars and and who has the best verse on what song and so forth. I think that's a great thing for the culture, especially us as battle rappers, because we always feel like we put so much into every bar and the intricacies and the lyricism and how everything gets tied in that it gets overlooked, all the hard work we put in. So this is how I feel. I know Spesh and Benny had a song with Kiss. Spesh went crazy. Spesh went crazy. So apparently he's been asking to get his own record with Kiss, and it just hasn't come to fruition for whatever reason. You know, from what he says it wasn't like he just asked for a free verse. You know, he's even asked to work with him and do business with him or pay him and certain things like that. So for the fact that he never got it, I guess he, you know, called him out in the spirit of competition. Like, yo, Kiss, you ducking smoke. And Kiss's response in that Aroma verse, when he's like, is this about a verse or is this about a career? It's like, it's a stamp. It's a stamp. It's like, look, you could be hype about a verse, but my track record speaks for itself. And you have to give that to Kiss. Like, he's got real songs with Big, no made up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has real songs with Hove. Like, he has songs with all the people that you need to have songs with in order to be goated. From the puns, you know, like Eminem, like this guy is one of them, you know? So getting a verse on Kiss, that should be an accomplishment for Spesh, for sure. But, you know, are we gonna put it on the fact that we think Kiss is ducking smoke? No. Do I think it's a great marketing move for Spesh in order to bring some attention to him and let people realize how crazy he is lyrically? Yes, and I think it was a great chess move on his part. And I honestly do think Spesh is one of the top spitters in the game. Like, I do feel that way, especially with the way the whole upstate New York wave was, from the Bennies and the Conways and the West Side Guns and the 38 Specials and the Ethos. Like, we cannot deny what they did and what they continue to do. And Spesh is a big part of that movement. And Spesh is also a person that's been around for a very long time, doing his thing independently, when a lot of artists that had record deals and had singles out couldn't stay afloat. Meanwhile, someone like Spesh has learned the game, figured out the game, and has always figured out a way to keep himself relevant. And right now, he's super relevant. He just dropped the freestyle, and he debuted it at Summer Jam. And this is the one thing. This is when I say he's smart. He could have responded in 1 day or 2 days and, you know, got the attention and the clicks and stuff like that, and, you know, took over a news cycle for a couple days. But instead, he did it correctly. You know, he did the interviews. He started the conversation, initiated the discrepancy, and then waited for the right moment to release a record. And I think that was very genius of Spesh to do that. Like, if you're gonna capitalize, you gotta capitalize off of it correctly. As soon as Kiss threw a dart on the Aroma freestyle, it was very smart of Spesh to plot and plan the way he did. And I gotta respect it. I respect anybody's hustle, to be honest with you. And I respect Spesh's hustle. Like, he figured it out. Yo, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get lit. I'm gonna make some bread off this. And that's what you have to do as an independent artist in order to step out. Now, do I think he disrespected Jadakiss? No. I don't think he disrespected Jadakiss. I think the way Jim Jones and the way everyone started clowning Spesh as if they didn't know who he was, I feel like that's when it got disrespectful, where it's like, okay, cool. So Kiss didn't disrespect me. He threw a dart. That's what he was supposed to do. But y'all talking about me like I'm nobody. So now I'm gonna address y'all. And in the spirit of battle rap, I love it. In the spirit of battle rap, I love it. I love what he did. And he didn't even come at Kiss. He came at Jones. He came at Fat Joe, and he really just addressed the people that were trying to downplay who he was. And as an MC, as a spitter, as a bar guard, that's what you need to do. You respond on wax. He did that. You cannot knock what he's doing. You can't disrespect what he's doing. You can't expect him to not address the haters. Like, why would I start this conversation and come at Kiss and say Kiss is ducking smoke, and then I duck smoke when dudes are talking about me? That makes no sense at all. Oh, word, you got something to say? Good. You just joined the conversation. Now I can speak. That's what men do. So, Spesh, salute to you. I see what you're doing. And I honestly think he's not done. I think the diss track is a dart. I don't think he is done. I think he's playing possum. And I think he might have something in the chamber that's going to be real spooky. You know, just knowing Spesh, knowing his work ethic, knowing the bars, knowing how he gives it up. I don't see him being content with just that one record. No, I feel like he understands that I'm going to plan this out and move accordingly. And to be honest with you, Kiss, I don't know if Kiss is going to respond to it or even if Kiss has to respond to it. But as far as Jim Jones and as far as I don't think Fat Joe, but as far as Jim Jones, the way he was talking, I feel like people are knocking on his door telling him, like, what you gonna do about it? You know, I see Jones saying, yo, you know, I'm gonna get certain people to respond. I'll get my mans and you know, give out deals and all that. I ain't really jacking that. I'll keep it real. Like, you was talking about him. You defending Kiss. Kiss is your man. All right, cool. But if you're going to have an opinion on it, then you should have an opinion on wax. You know, I feel like Spesh is one of them. And I feel like Spesh might be able to, like, really get in his bag, his battle rap bag, because he watches. So I know he knows what's going on. You feel me? So I feel like Spesh should get in his bag and do what he do. And like I said, I feel like there's much more to come. I feel like he's not done yet. And I feel like he's definitely got something loaded up in the chamber that could get spooky. Tell me what y'all think. This whole 38 Spesh, Jadakiss, Fat Joe, Jim Jones, everything that's coming to it, coming from it. I think it's just good for the culture. I think it makes things interesting. And right now, you know, I'm just ready to hear the bars. I hear a lot of up-and-coming MCs trying to take advantage of that too. Do y'all thing, you know what I mean? Some diss records I heard that were trash. There was some diss records I heard that were fire. You know, y'all tell me what y'all think. If there's any diss tracks that were fire, that came to the defense of Kiss or came to the defense of Spesh, I kind of want to hear them. So, you know, y'all let me know who's really cooking up out there, who's really holding it down for upstate New York, who's really holding it down for Kiss and them uptown. You know, like, I just want to hear the bars. I want to hear the good stuff. You know, we could have some reviews. You know, shout out to Spesh, shout out to Kiss. Everybody involved, man, you know, let's keep it hip-hop. Let's keep it true to the culture. Let's keep doing what we do. And full court press, Brooklyn, Murder App Gang. Y'all know what's up. Holla.